Medical major. It is one of the parents' favorite choice and one of the most difficult major to enter in Indonesia. But surviving and thriving in it is as hard as when you're trying to enter it or even harder. So that brings to a question. How do you actually survive and thrive through medical school? Hi, my name is Salwa Khoirunnisa, and I am a first-year medical student at the Faculty of Health Science, Medicine, and Natural Science of Erlangga University. And today, in this opportunity, I would like to tell you about my strategy and plan to survive and thrive through the 2,200 days I'll spend as a medical student while also maintaining my hobby as an artist and writer. So, first of all, before we get to the main thing, I want to identify the struggles and problems I got during my studies as a medical student. So, first of all, I have short attention span. Well, doom scrolling have gotten into me and affect my studies really badly. So, how does it affect my studies actually? So, I can only focus for about like 5 minutes to 15 minutes on studying, and then after that, I get bored and abandon my studies. Second of all, I am a lazy person and a procrastinator. So, if there's an exam, I will study a night before the exam or even the morning of the exam. And because I'm a procrastinator, just like when I make this video, it is actually the day or the night before the due date actually happens. And aside from having a short attention span, I am also a person who rarely focuses on anything actually. So I get distracted easily, and because of that, I cannot study long and do other things as productive as perhaps many person do, and I can't listen to lectures like focusly. And finally, fourth is I am struggling to divide my hours of studying and the hours I use to do my hobbies, such as writing, reading, and drawing. And so, after identifying the struggles I get and the effect on my studies, how will I recover from this? How will I recover and fix these issues? Well, I get a plan. So, here are the lists of what I'm going to do and what I will actually do to survive. So, first of all, I'm going to use the Pomodoro technique. So, this will help me to adapt my short attention span right now. So, Pomodoro technique itself is a technique that will make you go to like a study session and break sessions. For example, you'll go to like a 15 minutes of studying session and 5 minutes break. Second, to fix my attention span actually, I am going to plan to watch a longer YouTube video and read like a book for like 50 to 100 pages a day. So I found out this method to like turn off the color of your device so you can be more focused on studying and not tending to move to other apps and stay focused. And this is how I do it on my device. So it will be like that. And relating to focus, some people actually suggest for using like classical music for your studying, so you won't like sing out loud lyrics or whatever. But like whenever I get to like classical music, especially for a specific artist, I will stop studying and listen to it until it ends. Yes, I'm talking about you, Vivaldi. So instead of classical music, I am using lofi music for making me relax and chill and better at getting focus and stay at low cortisol level. And now, how to actually fix my laziness and also divide between my studies, organizations, and hobbies actually? Well, it's simple and only one word: organize. Well, how do you actually organize? How do you exactly do organize? Well, I'm going to make a schedule, an ultimate schedule that you can access through this link over here. So, aside from my ways to fix my issues, I'm also going to share to you of what kind of techniques that I use on my studies. So first of all is the Feynman technique. Feynman technique itself is like you're trying to teach someone even though you're alone. Well, this technique is actually good if I want to practice for my OSJs or like better at retaining memories.
Get out, I need to go to my mind palace.
The what?
Since I get a good spatial recognition and good imaginary, it will make me easier to use the Loki method and create my own mind palace, just like Sherlock Holmes. Well, this method is also helping me better to retain my memories, especially for like studies such as anatomy and histology. And now, since technologies are also improving, let's use AI. For studying, of course, not anything else, okay? So there are a ton of AIs that I use actually for studying and learning. First of all, I use DeepSeek to help me collect my notes. And then second of all, I use Gemini for quizzes. And third, I am using CAI to actually learn about like different personalities of patients. Speaking of technique, I also use corner note taking method, which is dividing your notes to like three sections. The right section is for you for taking your notes. The left section is for you to write the key points and keywords of your notes, and the lower section is actually for your summary. This is actually helping me better to study before the exam. At the end of the day, studying isn't enough as a med student. Jumping into this field means that I also have to grow empathy, care about the others, and be professional. Life will always bring challenges, but I'll find a way to get past it and survive.